I'm Chesley McNeil, and this is your Omega Minute. Over 100 years ago, the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity began to expand westward, establishing Theta Chapter at the University of California in 1920, the first black fraternity to exist on both coasts. 1 year later, that chapter was revoked and reestablished at Wiley College in 1922. In 1923, the fraternity would become international, establishing the chapter at McGill University in Montreal, Canada. As brothers moved to cities around the globe, more chapters would be established. One such chapter, celebrating 61 years of existence, is Theta Rho in Frankfurt, Germany. Brother Joseph Washington was the catalyst for the international chapter's beginning. His love for Omega began at West Virginia State University, where he observed the brothers at Theta Psi Chapter in 1955.
The closest if I saw the brothers, especially on Sunday afternoons. Every Sunday, the brothers would gather at the middle of the campus and they sang in their shirt and tie and unison one. They always seemed to be one. Although there were many brothers, there was only one brotherhood. And that drew me to the attraction that this is something I like to do.
And he did, initiated into the fraternity in 1957. Upon graduating from West Virginia State, Brother Washington went to military school at Fort Devens in New England. It was here that Brother Washington finished as a top officer, the only African American out of 107 commissioned officers, that landed him an assignment in Europe, Frankfurt, Germany.
I guess I can say this now. I go out and do a lot of classified crypto inspections. And my multiple flights, I might fly 5 times a week, Monday through Fridays, to a different location. And each time I would fly out to these locations, I never saw a person of color. I might see 1 or 2. I just weathered the storm, and finally, as I finally met Brother Horace Bazette, and we became close friends. Finally, we found out we were frat brothers. And from there, that friendship grew into a very strong one.
Missing what he once shared on the campus of West Virginia State, Brother Washington and Brother Horace Bazette began searching the area for more Omega brothers. Having come up short, Brother Washington started an advertisement in a military newspaper, and it paid off.
I had a free flow of contacting the AFN, Armed Forces Network, other newspaper in the area. I had free flow of advertising for brothers in the area, which that worked out excellent. Mm-hmm. Without that, we wouldn't have gotten what we achieved. They came from all over the area. Came from the northern part of Germany, the mid part and the bottom part, K-Town, Berchtesgaden, Kempsey, Stuttgart.
9 brothers in total for the first gathering. By the time they had the second meeting, that number doubled.
And that's all we needed. Actually, we just needed 8 brothers primarily, but we doubled it. And that was the key word for us to move forward. Brother H. Paul Mutri, who was then our National Executive Secretary at D.C.
The Grand Council approved, and Theta Rho was chartered in August of 1962. Brother Washington almost missed the charter arriving in Germany as his time was up, but the Cuban Missile Crisis extended his stay and allowed him to be there to celebrate. Since returning to the States, Brother Washington has not been able to make it back to the chapter in Germany, but is amazed at the progress and expansion the chapter has made, including visits from prominent members of the organization, like in 1982, when the 32nd Grand Basilisk, Dr. L. Benjamin Livingston, who was stationed in Germany in the 1950s, paid the chapter a visit during its Achievement Week events, handing out scholarships to local students and speaking to over 500 brothers and guests. And in 1983, the Brothers of Theta Rho had the privilege of hosting Reverend Brother Jesse Jackson, who spent time with the chapter a few months before he would officially announce his run for the office of President of the United States. The gatherings during his week-long visit drew members of Greek organizations from all over Europe. It was the great impact of visits and events like these that would help foster the growth of more international chapters, a vision Brother Washington couldn't have imagined.
We were just in Frankfurt, Germany, and when I left in '62, I had no dreams that it would expand to beyond any other locations when I left. But I understand since then it's been expanded. It's been all over. Expansion has grown from a seed. All it takes is, like in life, it only takes 2 to get started, a male and a female. form like Adam and Eve per se. So it takes two, and look at the expansion to where it's grown. It's all over Europe at this time, not knowing at the time when we put this thing together that it would expand to where it is today.
Over 300 brothers have been initiated into the fraternity through Theta Rho Chapter since its chartering, and the brothers continue to do the work of Omega throughout Europe. Today, there are 21 chapters outside the continental United States in 16 countries on 5 continents, as Omega continues to expand worldwide.